what's going on, guys? In this video, you're probably seeing right now a pile of stuff and you don't really quite know what it is, or maybe some of you know what it is. Over the course of me making video content here on YouTube, one of the things I try to do is I try to accommodate requests and things that you guys would like to see on this channel. And it's not always easy, depending on, of course, how expensive something is and, you know, how easy it is for me to pick it up. But one of the things that you guys, many of you viewers had asked for is you wanted to see my collection of mystery minis. Now, this pile represented here is not all the mystery minis that I have. I have some, I think there's like a Rick Grimes in there, for example, from Walking Dead. But mostly this pile here, this large pile, is my horror and my sci-fi mystery minis, which is what I kind of consider to be my favorite mystery minis of the stuff that they churn out. Of all the things that Funko releases, mystery minis are my favorite. And of all the mystery minis, the horror stuff and the sci-fi stuff are my personal favorite. So like this stuff here has a very soft spot in my heart when it comes to collecting. And I don't really have any sort of organization to these. I really just kept them in a bag. But I wanted to kind of go back and kind of look at these again and show you guys the collection that I have. It basically encompasses, for example, the horror mystery minis, which are my all-time favorites, series 1, 2, and 3. So, sci-fi in there, not very many sci-fi, but again, we're going to kind of go through all of these. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. This is also a good chance for me to also showcase, like if you haven't had a chance to go and watch the horror mystery minis, for example, series 1, series 2, series 3, this guy, again, it kind of allows me to do revisits for these collectibles because obviously I may not go back and pick up another case of these. So let's go ahead and, again, we're going to go through these. Of course, the doubles I won't spend a lot of time on. Probably the first thing I want to talk about is this guy right here. Now, this is the Part 7 Jason, the Mystery Minis Part 7 Jason. And at the time that I did the video review of the case, unfortunately, I didn't end up getting a Part 7. A viewer, and again, I do apologize if I don't remember your name, sir, but he took the time and actually contacted me and said, hey, I have another Part 7 Jason. Can I send him to you? And I said, absolutely, that'd be great, thank you. And he did send him. I did the video where I unbubbled him because he came in a little bubble envelope, and unfortunately, I had a hard drive backup, and the hard drive crashed, and I lost that video. So I did actually wanted to thank him in a video. I did shoot the video, and unfortunately, I lost the video. So that is unfortunately the burden that we have to afford when it comes to being reviewers here on YouTube. There comes a time I've probably lost just as many videos through stuff being corrupted and whatnot versus well, I probably have not lost as much, but I have lost a fair number. So here he is, Part 7 Jason. Looking again very, very cool. I love the ripped open back areas of his jacket. Again, the bloodied axe, the partially damaged mask. One of my favorite Jasons right here. And again, this gives me an opportunity to thank the viewer that took the time to send this one my way. So there's Part 7 Jason. I guess really while we're at it, we can look at another Jason. Here's Jason from, I think, Part 3. Be safe assumption to say Part 3. This one is wearing a machete. Well, he's not wearing a machete. He's holding a machete. Completely bloodied up here. Contrast, it's not obviously the exact same figure. This Jason is, funny enough, smaller, even in his head, than the Part 7 Jason. And I don't think, obviously we're going to go through the pile here, I don't think I ever ended up picking up the NES Jason, which was basically this guy in a color variant. Obviously, I would have had the colors of the NES Jason. It was an exclusive, can't remember what the exclusive was. I sadly didn't get a chance to pick it up. If somebody does have an extra one, do message me, and I would be very, very inclined to buy one from you, because I would really like, you know how I feel about NES Jason. It's just love it. So I don't have NES Jason, but I have like Part 3 Jason. So put him over here. I want to kind of try to group these as well together as we're going through these. And again, no particular order. We've got Freddy Krueger. And looks really good. I like how, surprisingly, I like how his sweater's really light. Like, I like how the colors are pale on him. Funko could also have possibly released a NES Freddy, which I don't think seems to get as much the attention as NES Jason. Everybody, NES Jason, everybody knows. NES Freddy, not so much. Because I guess he's really not that much different versus, obviously, Jason. And if I just go to the very back, very back, I just basically dump the pile down here. There's another Freddy. I've got a couple of those. But the one I actually wanted to grab was this one at the back. There we go. And here we have Syringe Freddy, who looks, again, I'm going to say it looks like a peanut. He looks like Mr. Peanut with syringe fingers. There's differencing between the two. This one's got much darker colors. More texture as well, also on his sweater, versus this one here. Okay, so we got two Freddys. I don't know why this one has such a tough time standing. This one stands perfectly fine. This one stands not so much. Put the two Freddys there. See what else we have in here. Again, this is just like a tickle trunk of different collectibles. I'm going to put some of the doubles over here because we're not obviously going to spend too much time on the doubles. Here we have Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And this one, I don't know if I would group necessarily because I don't have these on display, but if I did, I wouldn't group her probably with like the Jasons and the Freddys. I probably would group her more so with like the Universal Monsters. I like the triangular fingernails, that's always really cool, and the big bun hairstyle. There's Elvira. Oh, I think what it is there's a little bump on my backdrop here. Mind you, she does not have the greatest of times standing anyways. I might actually just end up having to lay these down here. While we're on the theme of Universal Monsters, here is Frankenstein, who seems almost somewhat feminine, like with the cheekbones here, and the way that the face paint is done, almost looks like he's a female dressed up as Frankenstein. The hands are a little weird too, like he's dancing or something. I'm trying to think of another. Well, I may have to just go through this one at a time. I thought there was other Universal Monsters I have in my collection, but obviously we'll go through that as we go through it. Moving along to... Here we have Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've got a couple of those. Two of those. I think I actually have three of those. Again, I'll kind of know as I go through the pile here. Complete with chainsaw in hand. Like really gruesome looking face. I love the big white eyes. That's one of the appeals of the mystery minis too. There's the back of it. This was a long time, this was a long video coming. This was something I wanted to do for a while, and I just never got a chance to do this. Just little collection videos. Speaking of Universal Monsters, there is the werewolf, or Wolfman, next to Frankenstein, a little bit shorter than Frankenstein. Love the texturing on the hair, or fur, I guess. I don't remember if I have a Dracula, but I do have a mummy. Not my mummy. A mummy with the scarab ring. Again, next to the Wolfman. I like that they're also not the same size. They're all varying sizes. Let's see what else we have in here. I'm just going to kind of grab some of these from the top. Here we have Slimer. This is one of my personal favorites because I love how the slime trickles out and makes a little pool underneath them. When I was looking at the Diamond Select Ghostbusters Slimer, I actually had mentioned that I wish he had little stringy areas of slime, or he was like this kind of color. This is exactly what I was talking about here. Slimer. Really, this is one of my favorites. He's got a big butt too. One of my favorites is this one here. One of the more larger sized ones, here's the Cthulhu. Very, very neat. I like the little tentacle beard. Wings on the back, nice spots all over its body. It's much taller again. Well, let's take a normal sized one. It's Mummy. Not only bigger in size, but obviously taller as well. Oops, I just dropped one. While we're looking at Universal Monsters, there is Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't remember if I actually have a Dracula, or if there was a Dracula. Again, there's the two. For Halloween, I would love just to put these out, you know, just the Universal Monsters. Put those over there. We've got Shaun from Shaun of the Dead, covered in blood. Blood all over his cricket paddle, would be a cricket paddle, all over his shirt. And, oh, this one's good. We got Billy the Puppet from the upcoming release of, well, not the upcoming release, but from the movie Saw, which has an upcoming release of Jigsaw. Looking forward to that. This one's a lot smaller. It's of the smaller variety. You can see how much smaller it is than Freddy Krueger. I like the eyes there, as well as the red in the lips. Little spirals on his cheeks. I think I've got a couple of those. Got Sam from Trick or Treat. And really, a movie that has become a cult phenomenon, if I dare say the word cult phenomenon. Trick or Treat, just everybody like knows this guy now. Whereas back in the day, maybe not so much. He's got his little broken lollipop in his hand. I hope they do more Trick or Treat movies. Speaking of upcoming movies too, here we have the original Pennywise the Clown from It. An upcoming release of It, of course, coming out. And I have to admit that the design of It, I really think is neat. I like the new look of Pennywise the Clown. I don't even know if he's called Pennywise the Clown in the movie. So the original It, original Pennywise. Funny enough, I've actually got a couple of these, and this one is missing its foot. I guess the foot had fallen out somehow. Maybe it's actually amongst the pile here. Got two of those. Just a random zombie from Walking Dead. Again, I just kind of threw in basically most of the mystery minis. The Marvel stuff and the DC stuff I kind of have in a separate pile. Got two sharks from Jaws. Jaws 1, Jaws 2. No, it's same shark. And it's got the little oxygen tank there. This one's a neat looking design too. It's nice when they take a departure from, well, really like giving us a figure to giving us something like this. So I got two of those. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, we got another Jason Voorhees. Which I guess I could go in and customize this, but my customizing skills pretty crappy. Next we have Malcolm McDowell from Orange. I was going to say Orange is the New Black. Clockwork Orange. I can't remember his name in the movie. Looks good. Little eyeball sleeve cuffs, little cufflinks. And let's see what else we have in here. Michael Myers. Actually, if I reach to the far back here, I've got two Michael Myers. Both of them are covered in blood. One would say this is Michael Myers from the original Halloween, although he has the slicked back hair that kind of looks like Halloween 4. My personal favorites are the Michael Myers like those. We've got Ash from Evil Dead. Chainsaw in his hand. His boomstick's missing. Doesn't have a boomstick with him. Love that he's covered in blood though. Covered in things, there's also Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. And I guess we're talking about things upcoming. There's going to be a Beetlejuice 2. I don't know if they've actually made it yet. It certainly is being made. I know that. There is a bloodied variant. Where is he? He's over here. There's a bloodied variant of Leatherface. Unfortunately, with having white eyes, if you have them in bags and they're making out, the plastic rubs against each other, and sometimes you get this little scuffing, especially on the white eyes. It's more apparent, which is a real shame, because I think I only have I think I only have the one variant, the one bloodied version of Leatherface here. I got another Pennywise the Clown, so again, a missing foot's not really so much the issue. Oh, there's the missing foot. I told you, I knew it was going to be in there somewhere. Let's grab the one that actually has the missing foot. Plug that into place. Helps if you plug it in the right way. There we go. Oh, it is loose, see? I have to take some glue. Not that it's a big issue because I got like 3 of these. It's got a little foot that's falling out. We've got Alfred Hitchcock. Now you see again, like having them in bags, you can see how everything's scratching against one another. So unfortunately, poor Alfred. He's got little scratches all over his face. Comes with a bird. Nice pose on that one. A lot of these have like movies coming out soon, I've noticed. Speaking of, there is Chucky. And actually, while we're at it, look at the double too. There's another Chucky. Again, little scratches there. I don't think they've released a Bride of Chucky. That would be cool. And a Tiffany. I think those were exclusives. Again, all the exclusives I didn't get. I only got the ones that were in the boxes. Got a couple of Hannibal Lecters. One of my favorites too. Again, this got a little scuff going on there. Gonna have to definitely put these on display, I think, rather than putting them in a bag. Alec Baldwin. No, not quite. Alec Baldwin from Beetlejuice. With his fingertips for his eyeball fingertips. Really gruesome. Okay. And we got Captain Spaulding. Which I think I mentioned in the first time I did this review. When I first looked at this one specifically, it looks like he's backwards. Like it looks like the hands, I know he's does kind of look like he's backwards, doesn't he? Like his head should be over here rather than here. We've got Edward Scissorhands. Now this one does have little things all over his face, but those were there before I put them into the bag. Love the little scissor hands. Can't help but think of that Seinfeld episode with the barber. Scissor hands! He's got the scissor hands! Another Leatherface. I've got a bunch of Leatherface going on here. Okay. We've got a couple of these. There we go. A couple of Ghostface. I see something that's broken floating around in there. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look at that in a second. Couple of Ghostface from Scream. And we've got Brundlefly from not the remake starring Jeff Goldblum, but the original Fly. I like this one a lot too. We've got ourselves Eric Draven. Nice shiny black plastic on this one. Okay, and another Captain Spaulding. Still looks like he's backwards. Jack from The Shining. Love this one. I don't know if they made a variant to this one, but if they did, I would be so all over that. Like, if it was the blue and kind of he had the little icicles all over him. That would be awesome. Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time. We got Maggie from Walking Dead. Again, I've just kind of thrown a couple of Walking Dead figures in there. It's Maggie. Speaking of Walking Dead, I reached to the far back. There's Rick Grimes. Again, with those little triangular fingernails. Okay. From Lost Boys, there's David. Having his little larva. That looks delicious. Can I have some? No? Okay, I'll ask you later. I like this one a lot too. We got another Sam. We've got, I still don't remember his name. I suppose I could have looked it up. Sean's friend. Probably get like 500 comments down below. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, okay, sure. We've got ourselves a Gremlin. Potentially Maybe Stripe. I like this one a lot. I don't know if they did a gizmo. Did they do a gizmo? I don't remember. And then reaching off to the back, this one's broken. I don't know what this one's from. It looks like the bottom of a foot. I don't think there's anything here that's broken. I don't think. Maybe it's from something else. I just have this mystery piece of plastic now. I have to find out what that's from. Another Ash and another werewolf. Wolfman. And there you go, guys. Most of them are kind of over here. Some of them are over here. I've divided them in no particular order whatsoever. But again, one of the video requests that you guys asked for, could we see your mystery mini collection, specifically the horror and sci-fi mystery minis? I might have some more elsewhere, but these are the ones that I found in my totes. I was talking about those totes. Totes. Again, I'd really like to get the NES, Jason. Maybe I can see if I can try to find them on eBay. They're fun little collectibles. Of all the Funko stuff, this would be the stuff that I dig the most. If you guys certainly like this video, hit it with a like. If you haven't also subscribed to this channel, it probably seemed a little strange that you're just watching this particular video, having not watched or not subscribed to this channel. But hit that little button down below. Nobody judges you here. And you can also be up to date on upcoming videos that hit this channel as well. A little scuff on the back there. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. If there's other things that you would like to see that I've done before, maybe re-reviewed on this channel, let me know as well. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.